Today on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out, we're talking about mantras. Do you know what a mantra is and how you can use it every day? How can using a mantra support you in clearing clutter? Would you like to reduce stress and/or depression or attract something to your life? Let's begin our month focusing on hodgepodge. Are you ready to clear your clutter and share your gifts with the world? Every Tuesday at 1 p.m., join me on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out as I teach you how to navigate the waters to declutter your life, get organized, and become more mindful. I'm an award-winning professional organizer, author, and certified life coach, and I destroy the box and examine clutter in all areas. Every episode, I'll give you take-action steps that you can easily apply to your life. Come on, let's get started. Today's episode is inspired because I was reading a book and started to use mantras. Everything is energy, and I've had sound healings before and have been amazed at the results. When I learned to meditate years ago, I learned a mantra, and it's been one of the most effective meditating I've ever done. What is a mantra? Here's a definition from Wikipedia. A mantra is a sacred utterance, a numinous sound, a syllable, word, or group of words in Sanskrit believed by practitioners to have psychological and spiritual powers. According to Wikipedia, the earliest mantras were composed in Vedic Sanskrit by Hindus in India and are at least 3,000 years old. Mantras now exist in various schools of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, the Japanese Shingon tradition. Similar hymns, chants, compositions, and concepts are found in Zoroastrianism, Taoism, Christianity, and elsewhere. The use, structure, function, importance, and types of mantras vary according to the school and philosophy. At its simplest, the word Om serves as a mantra. In more sophisticated forms, mantras are melodic phrases with spiritual interpretations, such as a human longing for truth, reality, light, immortality, peace, love, knowledge, and actions. Some mantras have no literal meaning, yet are musically uplifting and spiritually meaningful. I first learned about mantras when I learned transcendental meditation. I was given a specific mantra that I would chant over and over in my mind. So I didn't utter it out loud. It was something I said in my mind. In TM, the mantra is not connected to a meaning or an idea, and my understanding is that's so your mind does not get distracted. Over the years, I've had some incredible experiences doing transcendental meditation. The benefits of mantras. They did studies that found while chanting the simple and means God, it was found that subjects demonstrated patterns of theta and delta waves that imply relaxation. At the same time, they found an increase in heart rate and reduction in electrodermal response that imply activation. Results showed suggestive pieces of evidence regarding physiological relaxation and mental alertness. Luciano Bernardi et al. Conducted a study where the physiological effect of recitation of Ave Maria in Latin was compared with the effect of mantra. They concluded that there were significant and synchronous increases in cardiovascular rhythms for mantra and recitation. Also, a breathing formula, which accompanied a reading of mantra and prayer, leads to positive physiological effects in the human body. It was concluded that both mantra and praying might be used for therapeutic purposes. D.B. Wolfe and Annabelle conducted a study to distinguish the effects of chanting and Maha mantra on stress and depression. All in all, the researchers concluded that chanting the Maha mantra can affect stress and depression and may be used as an auxiliary tool in combating stress and treating depression. Another study found that the intervention of mantra enhanced sufficient support and well-being in adults living with HIV/AIDS. Participants of the mantra group demonstrate a decrease in intrusive thoughts, anger, and stress level. Thus, it leads to improvements in emotional state and total existential well-being. By combining sound, breath, and rhythm, mantra meditation channels the flow of energy through the mind-body circuit, adjusting the chemical composition of our internal states and regulating brain hemisphere imbalances, contributing to a natural abatement of fear and despair emotions that underlie both of the common afflictions. By balancing the nervous system, chanting regulates the chronic stress and tension that is the norm for many people in today's hyperstimulated society. And by balancing the endocrine system, chanting normalizes hormone production, which balances our moods and overall sense of well-being. Some other benefits to using mantras. Mantras improve and optimize all the bodily systems so they can function as they're meant to function. Mantra meditation, or as I mentioned, transcendental meditation, is one of the most effective ways of cleansing the body of stress while making us smarter and more creative in everything we do. We access and align the power of our left brain with our right brain. In our normal states of consciousness, when we're eating, sleeping, or dreaming, the right brain and the left brain are functioning separately from one another. Each side of the brain is essentially doing its own thing. But in the fourth state of consciousness, also referred to as transcendence, which happens when we're meditating with mantra, all the points on the left brain and all the points on the right brain begin to fall and rise in unison. The right brain becomes more active and balanced, and our gut feelings are more available as our problem-solving solutions when we're in the heat of a challenging moment. You can be in high demand, fight or flight moment and simultaneously have access to a healing and creative solution-making power. Mantras engender compassion. While the first stages of mantra meditation deliver our restless minds from their self-inflicted distress, eventually, chanting into the all-engulfing wave of vibrations arouses our experience of ourselves as spiritual beings. It opens our perception of ourselves as undifferentiated from God. It awakens the divine light and love within us. When our spiritual identity is awakened, we experience the unity of all life, which consequently awakens our hearts and opens our capacity for compassion. Using mantras also boosts immunity. The hypothalamus is the control tower of the brain. It regulates communication between the nervous system and the endocrine system, taking in information from the entire body, before transmitting outward again via chemical messengers. These couriers, such as serotonin and dopamine, are known as the happiness hormones due to the impact they have on our moods. The hypothalamus is in charge of many bodily functions we tend to think of as automatic, like temperature, metabolism, and nervous systems, as well as pituitary secretion, affecting everything from mood to appetite to sleep. It is perhaps the single most important link in the body-mind connection. There are lots more benefits to doing mantras, and I encourage you to do some research. Do you have clutter? Are you disorganized? Do you feel lost?